the consumer is the most important piece of the puzzle. It's not about us and it's not about the dealership, but at the end of the day, it's about the consumer. Because if you don't take care of the consumer is definitely not going to take care of you.
Welcome to the Strategy with Jason podcast. Tune in for everything you need to know to stay in the know regarding the automotive industry. Here's your host, Jason Harris.
There are some great operators that out there that are doing it, and they're making money. There's just for such a long time, there seems to be this mentality of like, no, I need to hold back. I'm not going to be completely transparent. I need to provide a little bit of friction because I need to get something from them before they can get something to me. And this has been the method of selling cars for a long time, but it's not the case. And I love the fact you bring up open APIs because that's just one more step of us being frictionless, is that we have to be completely open with each other in the way that we transfer data back and forth because of processes and our technologies.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, being frictionless, like Brian Benstock and Consistent Marketing and Brian Kramer when he was over at Germain Toyota, but there's lots of great operators out there that are trying to bring it all together and be able to understand the consumer is the most important piece of the puzzle. It's not about us and it's not about the dealership, but at the end of the day, it's about the consumer. Because if you don't take care of the consumer is definitely not going to take care of you. Let me repeat that. If you don't take care of the consumer will not take care of you. What I mean by you is the dealership or the OEM or whatever it is. So we got to make sure we take care of the consumer. And that's where I always say the ultimate customer experience always comes into play.
No, look, and I know we're getting towards the tail end of our conversation, and I think that's an amazing place to kind of, to bullet point to kind of stop there, is because, look, ultimately, if you are going to make a commitment to being transparent, consistent, and frictionless with the intent of creating a better customer experience, you do it for the customer. You don't do it for yourself, all right? But the more you do it for the customer, the more profitable you become. That's just true. We've seen that in every vertical out there. You mentioned Amazon earlier. Amazon's a perfect example of that.
Yes, exactly.
Do it for the customer. Next day shipping? Come on. Can you just imagine what kind of a craziness that was when they're like, no, guys, we're going to do it. We're going to figure it out. Like, it's going to happen, right? We're going to do it for the customer. And
now they deliver in an hour or something.
That's true in some cases. I would have drones going to fly over my house here pretty soon.
Thanks for tuning in to the Strategy with Jason podcast with your host, Jason Harris. Don't want to miss new content? Be sure to check out the full podcast library at strategywithjason.com to stay in the know. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Happy podcasting.